Hi guys, Lucy aka the Watchbox Diaries here with another video for you. Now you may remember a little while back I reviewed the Tissot PRX 35mm quartz and was completely in love with it, so much so that I ended up buying one for myself. One of my very few gripes about this watch though is the fact that it was a quartz and not an automatic. Well, no one can say that Tissot don't listen to their customers because we asked and they have delivered. A huge thank you to the awesome guys at Francis & Gay for letting me get my hands on the beautiful green dial variant. I'm super excited about this review, so let's get into it. Specs-wise, I covered a lot of this in my previous PRX video, so I will whiz through these super quickly. It comes in at 35mm with a lug-to-lug of just 39mm, super sleek. I was asked whether I would class this as a unisex watch, and I would definitely say yes. The 40mm version may suit people with larger wrists better, but if you have a smaller wrist or you're not afraid to rock a smaller watch, then this is definitely good for you. Dial-wise, there are 5 colour variants. So you've got a black dial, a blue dial, a green dial, a brushed bimetal, and a white mother of pearl dial. The majority of these have a waffle design on the dial as well, so added texture. The integrated bracelet picks up the light beautifully and is quick release with a butterfly clasp. If you flip the watch over, there is an open case back so you can see that Powermatic 80 movement working, which also comes with a very impressive 80 hours of power reserve. They have kept the 100 meters of water resistance, so again, pretty perfect for almost every day-to-day activity. Price-wise, these retail for £610, with the bimetal plus diamonds coming in at 1,730 Great British pounds. Now you guys had some questions for me about this watch, and I'm going to go first off with what are the strap options? Ironically, there are no strap options for this watch, considering it is a quick release bracelet. Go figure. Tissot are yet to release a 35mm strap option, however, the fact that they do have alternative strap options for the 40mm does make me think they will eventually release them. Until then though, I have heard on the grapevine that D-lugs are on the case. So how do these differ from the quartz versions? Well, other than the obvious movement differences, the main other one is the fact that the dial variations are different. Your quartz variants are slightly different colorways and they also have brushed dials, whereas the automatics are a waffle dial and slightly different colorways. Due to the fact that these are automatics, they need a little bit more room in the movement area. The quartz comes in at 9.6mm, while the automatic is 10.9. It will wear ever so slightly thicker, but I don't think you're going to notice it that much. Weight-wise, it's going to be a very similar story. The quartz is going to be a little bit lighter at 97 grams, and the automatic comes in at 104. So there's not a lot in it, but there's tiny little differences. Now, is the price difference worth it compared to the quartz version? I'm not sure I can answer that for people because it's much more of a personal preference. If you don't want to set your watch in the mornings and you're not really bothered about whether it's mechanical movement or not, then I would say stick with the quartz. If you like a mechanical watch and you like to see the movement, then the automatic will be best for you. Personally though, I do think the dial variants on the automatics are a little bit better, especially that white mother of pearl. Beautiful. Are they worth the hype? In my personal opinion, 100%. It is a great design. They come with 100 meters of water resistance. They have really good dial variations without being overwhelming, and they just look really cool. How do I feel about them replacing the movement when it gets a service? Well, I don't really see a problem with this. It must be less expensive to just replace a mass-produced movement than it would be to hire a watchmaker to take a watch apart, investigate what's wrong, replace it, and then put it all back together again. This isn't the kind of watch that you buy specifically for that movement, so I have no attachments to the movement other than the fact that it's an automatic rather than a quartz, so fine by me, swap it out, no worries. I pretty much just gushed about the PRX when it was the quartz version, so I probably just gonna do it again for this video. It is a sleek, very, very wearable design. The integrated bracelet just gives it a very fluid aesthetic and a reasonable price as well. The quartz versions retail for £320. You can still get your hands on them. They've not discontinued them in their place. These automatic versions are £610. So for an automatic version with an upgraded dial, I think that's a reasonable price difference. The clue is in the name, Powermatic 80. This watch having 80 hours of power reserve, especially at this price point, is pretty impressive. If it's not going to be your daily wearer and it's just in rotation, chances are it's still going to be the right time when you come to pick it up next time. I recently reviewed the Christopher Ward the 12, which is double the cost, and even with that upgraded movement, it's still only 56 hours of power reserve. So again, the 80 hours of power reserve is damn impressive. Honestly guys, yet again, very few cons personally. The first would be the lack of strap options yet again. Come on Tissot, we need strap options. What makes the lack of strap options even worse is the fact there is no micro adjust on this piece. So if you're between sizes, you don't have the option of just swapping out for a strap. Also, the loom is pretty pants. Just if you needed the loom on there, it's not that great. That is it for me, people. That is my PRX 35mm automatic review done. Now it's over to you. I want to hear your thoughts on this watch. Are you on the hype train, or do you have no idea why people get so hyped up about the PRX? Is there a dial variant that you think could be really cool? I mean, purple would be pretty awesome. Let me know everything down in the comments section below. I want to hear from you guys. If you enjoy my content and you would like to support the channel, then make sure you do all the YouTubey business. Make sure you have liked and you have subscribed to the channel. And if you want to be notified of my future videos, then make sure you turn on the little bell and YouTube will do its thing. Until then though guys, bye.